Okay. All right. I went and gave sass to ginger beef, so I feel like I've accomplished something today. So yeah. Using a bit of a different playlist tonight, Jay. We have some ambient bass. Yep. We have Window Cat. We have Black. We have Disco Darkness. We have our Puss in Boots. I had my pizza. I had my Dr. Pepper. It'd be good for a couple of hours. I usually tend to go for like 3 or 4 hours tonight, but we might be at 3 or 3.5 hours tonight. Just depends on how I'm feeling and where I end up going with things. Or where things end up going, quite honestly. What's up to, sweetie? Okay. Person bits. Yeah, I need silver gray. That's what I need. That's the other color. And paint's gray. Potential lie. Nice. How's your day, Penjay? So we're working on our base, and we're trying to get it up and moving. We're going to do something really simple right now at the beginning of the stream, just because it's easy. Something easy and simple to start. I'm going to put Pro Acryl and Thinner Paints down here because I can. I do need a separate rag or cloth. Oh, yeah, it's something I can do when it rains. We can go see a movie. What kind of movie? What we go see? I need to check that really quick. Also, you're waiting for Plasmamoid Friday to go catch some ghosts. So check that. Bye. Mm-hmm. All right. Do need to do one thing on my phone really quick. Why did it change all of that? All about that bass. All about that bass. Sorry, I was looking at my phone because I tried to send my um I try to send things out to people that supposedly are in my friend circle. So I was trying to send something and it didn't work. Oh snap. I got to see Ginger Beef stream. I've got to listen to one of his rants, and 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 I get Mark UK painting. Hello. Make Crazy Canadian J dance a little bit. Oh, it's gonna be a good day. It's right here's what we call a good day. And hold on, wait a minute. Wait a second. Wait a second. Drum roll, please. We have the venerable, the most amazing, the leader of the greatest, cutest femboy Marines known this side of the galaxy, one of the Emperor's chosen themselves, Sleepy Wolfie. Ho goes well, Mark. Ho goes well. And probably because, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, I might join you on that challenge, Sleepy, for next month's mini painting figure, depending on what it is. And depending how this week goes, or this weekend goes. We'll see. Uh, I have family coming into town, so it's my last stream until Wednesday. Unfortunately. Um, I have no idea what she posted. She's working on posting a new one for next month or this month. I have to see what it is, honestly, and see if I can complete it. If I can complete it, I may consider doing it. Just to break the rut I feel like I'm in sometimes. But I believe you can do it, Sleepy. I believe in you. When in doubt, Sleepy, when in doubt, make it about that base. Right now, I'm struggling with this guy because I don't know what kind of cat I want to make him. Do I make him an orange tabby? Or do I make him a tuxedo boy? But, before that, I've got like decisions I make. So if I want to make him a tuxedo boy, I don't know if I'm going to want black leather boots. Russian blue would be a singular color. I mean, you can vary them up just a little bit, but I'm not huge into Russian blues. I love the cat. They're pretty colors, just not my jam. Um, and then I got to figure out what kind of chair he sleeps in. Yeah, and that's why I keep flip flopping between them. So both Catcher and Echo have been represented in very different places on my painting journey. There is one cat from my childhood that has not made their way, or there's two cats that have not made their way into my life yet. One is a Siamese, and the other one is a orange tabby that we had called Tigger. So, yeah. So if I do the orange tabby, I could do the black boots, and then the chair can be a variety of colors. I could go a burgundy wine red, a burgundy brown, and a red gothic type cushion, just to kind of bring in the contrast of the cat. And then the cloak or the inside of his jacket can be a gray or a white kind of deal, with his jacket being a black as well. Kind of break them up in sections and you can see them differently. And then the ball of yarn, fuck if I know what I'm going to do with that yet. But I was thinking for the base, kind of mimicking a cathedral from Spain with the brown and white tones. I've got to clean up all of this crap in between. They're very good about demanding that attention. Very good about it. Catra's currently loafing in the other window and enjoying it right now. So while she loafs over there, I'm lowering my desk for a little bit and sitting down. Yeah. So she's a little up. She's been super sassy lately. Super sassy lately. Um, Now for the parchment paper. She has learned well. You have 10 fingers, Sleepy, and all 10 of them are meant for sleeping, are meant for serving her or them. All 10 fingers. No choice. You are there to open the cat food. You are there to provide the attention and the pets. Is that because of the cat talk, Jay, or is that because you're really liking the beats? So that's the thing about Catro Sleepy. Not a lap cat. If she wants attention, so it's weird. So if I sit for the on the couch for an extended period of time, um, she will either claim my lap then and lay there when she can be full donut, or she will. Oh, very much they will. Catra's right there at the door, ready for me. Full loaf mode, angry as all get out that I wasn't there. Good evening, Smithereen. Uh, so I, my cat is actually a dog with cat hardware. Um, and there she comes. I actually wonder if I still have, I wonder if I have any photos of Tigger. And I realized I have to explain this to everybody now because I can't just say a statement like that. So, back in days of yore, Smithereen can attest, we did not have digital technology to take photos of our animals. So, we had to take photos via camera. And when you had one of the disposable cameras, you have to go to every room. Hi. Hello. Can I help you? Are you good? You comfy? You need something? Yes. Um, so at some point my mom decided she wanted to clean out a end table in the living room, which oddly, oh, I remember when one of our photos was the shit. And you had to sit there and go through every photo and see which ones did or did not develop. Yes. We're talking about a days of old, my sweet. That's a big stretch you got on there. Um, all right, hold on. Cat wants some attention. We're gonna give him some while we share the story. Yeah, you had to get duplicates to share, and you had to keep the negatives if you wanted more duplicates made. Oh, it was a whole thing. It was a whole vibe, as the kids would say these days. Um, anyway, the joy of the conversation is that my mom decided to clean out said keepsake end table that kept all of our photos. I probably have a photo of my old cat in there somewhere. I just have to go through that, essentially box of emotional trauma to find the photo of the cat. Because as much as we like to think, not all orange tabbies are the same. Every cat has their own personality. Yep. I don't know what's in the box because I don't remember going through it all. Um, the different ways that the cat's eyes are. Um, yes. Yes. She decided to come and say hello. She does that from time to time. She's learning to knock over trash cans and get me really annoyed at her. Essentially, yes. Um, you are so precious, sweetheart. You're the most precious. Uh, so he was a pet that we got when we were really young, and it wasn't the worst. My brother, quite honestly, his children have never seen or his daughter's never seen a cat yet. Please, for the love of God, stop. Trash can. They are. They are. 100% they are. Even Layden was talking about her um her cat Galaxy. If she ever saw the bird out of the cage and no one was there to attend, yeah. Oh no, is a word indeed. The Siamese cat that I had was really good at hunting. She was a really good hunter. Cat was a sidewinder all through and through, could not walk a straight line to save its life. But man, when it wanted prey, that cat could catch it. I have a feeling if Catra got out, she would not be one for missing food because she would hunt like crazy. She is very much up for hunting. You're okay, my love. Hi. Can I help you? Can't trust that I don't know where to just my brush. What's up? Hmm? Do I need to bribe you with a treat for patience? Hmm? Do I need to bribe you with a treat? Can I bribe you with a treat? Okay. Be right back. All right. What's up? Well, hello. Can I help you? Calm down. Calm down. Hi. How are you? What? Oh, even that alert's
Painty
broken.
underscore paint underscore paints just clammed cat treat.
Come here, sweetie. Can you back up just a little bit more? I claimed it smithereen, so it doesn't accidentally get reclaimed twice. Um, I'm very careful about that one redeem. That's why it's so expensive. It has a um oh, sweetie. Hey, sweetie, right there on your paw. There's something on your paw. So just for everybody's sake, like sanity, I reclaimed the tree. So people know that it's been claimed this week already. I don't accidentally end up giving her like more than one. Um, as you can see, it's a very effective treat because she doesn't get it all that often. So I really like that it is effective that way without me having to go extra. Um, it'd be like giving one of your 5 cats that treat and then ignoring one. It's not going to end well for you. As a spoiler alert. You mentioned your 5, and I was like, nope, I know exactly how that goes. I can only imagine what it's like when you shake that treat bag. You're okay. Um, for now, I've relocated one of her beds in this room. That's too thick. That's not exactly wrong either. Brum. You okay, sweetie? What? I know what I need to ask for someone to make for me. I know what I need to ask for now. Before I forget, I need to send a Discord message to somebody. Streammates, images, friend ideas. Be careful. That's in progress. Oh. Remembered. The side quest will not win today. Oh. Itchy on my back. So we're taking some real on our white. We're trying to get our tiles semi-corrected. You're okay. Gilded Brush Studios. How fare thee? Are you gilded? I'm working on my ReaperCon entry. This is Puss in Boots from Daniel Found Miniatures. I ordered a 3D printed base and I've been working on it slowly over the past couple of streams he's been on. I decided I wanted to work from the bottom up because I am still kind of debating what I want to do up here with him. Thanks. I'm kind of following a cathedral.
Well, thank you, Johnny Jeans Minis coming in with the awesome people.
Oh, Gilded brings me a raid. Or no, not Gilded. Johnny. Wow. 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 Gilded is talking. Johnny is raiding. That's how life works. That's how life works. Take a sip of water and snooze those ads really quick because we'll need some. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Welcome in, Johnny. How goes your stream? How fared thee? Uh, but the base had like some texture to it or pre-sculpted into it, and I've been trying to paint and clean it up to make it look presentable for competition. There's a chapel in Spain that I kind of took inspiration from, so it's kind of like a brown, red, uh, brownstone kind of color that checkerboards up through the cathedral, and they offset white and black. So I'm using like a white and a purple kind of deal, and then the accents on these capstones are going to be a black silver kind of deal. I thought it would be interesting to contrast with whatever I wanted to do up above, or it would give me someplace to go up. Yay! It's all about that bass, yo. Ask Antifreeze 420. He'll tell you all about that bass. Gilded Brush Studio, all about that bass. I hate the bass. I'm not a bass person. I hate basses. I mean, Antifreeze just cheats and paints a. They are the best part, but the problem is that every time I start basing something, I don't know how I want to deal with it. Um, or I get like, well, we're gonna do mud and texture and go from there. What happens next? I just, it's a weakness of mine that I need to improve upon and start improving on. But I figured for the books, just to have some fun, I'll paint a rainbow in for one section of the books and then just kind of make them very colorful and bright. And he's got like little cans that I picked up from Mungo's Marvelous Miniatures. The books and the cans came from Mungo as well. Just empty cans of like tuna fish or spam or soup, just kind of strewn about while he sits there tired, like he's just zonked out from eating too much. So, uh, but starting off with the base and then working my way up to figure out what I want to do, because I'm going to kind of try to see if I can follow like a 50-50 rule and try not to bring too many of these colors up into the actual miniature itself. So the sofa or the love chair needs a lot of interest of what I want to paint it. His sword broke off, it'll get re-glued on. He has a hat that he carries around with feathers and all of that jazz. So I'll have ways to break up what I want to do. I just kind of slowly figuring it out as I go. But I figured I'd start on the base while I figured it out rather than start up here and go, oh, I hate it and redo everything. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Uh, so antifreeze for you, for your information. Um, my meat market was selling Wagyu beef briskets for $7.99 a pound. I am curious to see how it turns out. Actually, smoking and meat processing question for you, antifreeze, if you got a second. I read that wrong. It looks like I got an edible in my airbrush. That's how I read that. I got an edible in my airbrush. My quick read of it. Oh, that's why it was so funny. Uh, have you ever put a tray underneath your brisket and lifted it up on the smoker and let the drippings drip into the pan to collect as much tallow as possible? Because I have done the trimmings on the side on the smoker. It's just with this brisket, the market tells me the butcher cut is the same as the full packer. I disagree with them fervently on that because I feel like the butcher cut's a lot more trimmed and doesn't need as much attention before going on the smoker. What? Oh, okay. We'll be doing it. We are talking about smoking meats and Wagyu brisket. I realize I'm making it for my father that does not deserve it, but it's getting made because I want brisket. By golly. Yeah. I'll post photos up in the food channel, Jay, so you can see how it goes on early in the morning. I might only stream like 2.5, 3.5 hours tonight. Long enough to get into Wicked Minis stream because that's kind of a Friday tradition now at this point that I got to go see that guy. Um, but it's more of just a question because I really like self-made tallow rather than buying store-bought tallow. And when you can, so if you can find a brisket from Costco, it's okay, but it doesn't require as much attention to detail when it comes to trimming them. So you don't get as much chance to make tallow. And then when you go to make smash burgers, you don't have smoked tallow to smash your burgers in. I want a heart attack, dang it. When I want a heart attack, I want it now. And using smoked tallow for that kind of stuff is beautiful. Beautiful. We do have ads starting up here shortly. I'm going to take, and by shortly, I mean anytime between now and 1 minute from now. I'm going to mute myself and put the ads in progress stream up. Aww. Dookie Pookie. Go, go, Dookie Pookie. Hmm. Yeah. Um. Oh, that's a question. Because my knowledge of Texas is limited, antifreeze. How far is Franklin's from ReaperCon? Okay. Yeah, that's too far. I do plan on stopping by the meat church down in Waxahachie, Wakahoochie, Waka Waka Wika Waka Wuka. Um, is Goldie's in Fort Worth? Uh, I have other pieces that I do have in consideration, Gilded. One of them is going to be seeing how I feel about it after I get more of this guy to a spot where I want to pause. Um, so I want to get him to a level, paint him up, get him kind of fixed together, and then I want to send him out for feedback. And while I wait for feedback, um, I'll work on my other entry, which could be Galen or a 75 millimeter figure. I'm not sure yet, but I have primed and ready to go. The 75 millimeter might be a personal project for me, just because she was a soul crusher. Oh, okay. I mean, Goldie's has pretty good beef rib, if I remember correctly, or they were known for their beef rib. I might die on this trip to ReaperCon just from barbecue. FYI. There's going to be some experimentation and finding places. Ribbies that does ribs and chicken. I do like me a good smoked chicken. Smoked chicken is freaking amazing. Uh, oh, I look forward to seeing it. Yeah. The other one that I plan on entering, the two that are in consideration, that might be a reality. Um, so I have the chibi figures of the full models painted up. So this is Galen from Chimera. And then this is Shaki. Shak Shak Shake. Um, Either both of these chibis are going along with me and they're full figure or just the full figure. I'm not quite sure yet. But I started painting her on a Mix It Up Monday and I was like, I kind of like her and I want to see what else I can do with her. So we'll see. Yeah. So the full Galen figure is him riding uh, a bison, essentially. Hello. Hello. Yes, the one that looks like me too. This guy is the other consideration. So they all have bases that are kind of similar to each other. I just haven't painted anything on him yet. But the Gryffindor gives a lot of opportunity for texture on the fur, horns, coolness with the metals of the armor. I can continue on gold, or I can go back to like a silver, proper paladin kind of deal. So you're not the only one that said it, Jay. And it's okay. I'm not. It's okay. The figures are somewhat obscure-ish, and they're kind of one-offs. Um, so Antifreeze 420, he's going because it's in his backyard. That's why I was asking him about Goldie's and Franklin's because he's from that area. Um, My Mini Marvels is not My Mini Marvels. Monster Den is going. Monster Den is going as well. So I look forward to actually seeing people and meeting them as well. I'm just gonna have to get like a really big sign that says I'm Painty Paint Paints. But I get a chance to actually meet Anne Painting Big and talk to her. Michael paints minis as well. He's from that area. He actually took on a position at ReaperCon or Reaper. In case you didn't hear or know, he's actually their paint dude right now in the store, I believe it is. Yep. Yeah. So I really look forward to meeting him as well. And, getting a chance to give Ron crap for his not making the hot tubs Sophie. Yeah. I think he does run warehouse stuff. That's kind of how he fell into the position of the paint dude at the paint club. Cara Burgundy Wine's going to be there. Painting Big should be there as well, if I'm not mistaken. I know her. No, I'm in Georgia. I'm in Georgia. I just watch a lot of YouTube videos and like smoking meats. And one of the persons that I really like watching videos of smoking meat is the Meat Church. So, Waxahachie, Texas is 30 minutes south of Denton. So my plan was to start driving Tuesday, sleep over in Mississippi for a night, get into ReaperCon on Sunday. Dallas, not Denton. Oh God. The DFW area. How's that? Um, so I was considering that trek on Wednesday, depending how other things go. But just because I buy a lot of his products anyway, I might as well swing by and see the store and buy a hat. Be safe, Gilded. Enjoy. Don't drink too much. Remember, there's a lot of alcohol in rum bowls. Don't pop an edible. Oh, I will have a car. I'll have mine. Don't pop an edible and drop it in your airbrush. I plan on driving mine or renting one to take over just in case I don't feel comfortable taking mine. Um, I just, if you buy the products all the time, you might as well go get something from him. Like, I really enjoy the fajita seasoning and Texas sugar seasonings on vegetables. I think it's really tasty. So, and then, the holy cow is not a bad general purpose. Slather it up, throw it on the smoker kind of stuff. So, you know, might as well enjoy that kind of stuff while I can. Mm. Mm. You're okay. What do you? What's up? Come here. Come here. Come here. I want to love on you. Give me lovin's. What? Yes, the mat moves. You're okay. You're A-okay. Oh, itchy in the nose. Stop knocking that over. Hey, hey, I see you eyeballing it. I don't know why she really likes knocking over like the small trash cans that I keep in my offices. So I have one in my work office, and one in my painting office. Um, the one in my office, like she'll just kind of like drive by. I'll be like working and working and working, and all of a sudden it's like boom, stop knocking it over. This one, she usually doesn't knock it over all that much, but she's been very much into knocking it over lately. And it's just like stop not tipping it over. Um, but I could never seem to win with her on that topic, so I keep picking it up. Mm-mm. No. No. Down. No. Thank you. Okay. Here. Here. Let me move this closer. Does that help? Okay. Brown. Oh, Nerd Hollow went live again. Mm-hmm. All about that kitty. Mm-hmm. Okay. So if I pull back and look at these, feels kind of blobbed, but I feel like I need to move on right now. Move on. Move on and come back to it. I'm using the wrong brush right now. Need to use a different brush altogether. I was curious how this one would work. Or this one, I know will work. Before I do any of that. Veins plus silver. Oh, Jay. For you. For you. Um, um, look up Alton Brown's tour and the song he sings at the end of the show. His current tour, The Last Bite. Uh, Alton Brown, Last Bite ending song. Should be on YouTube. Should be. Alton Brown. Alton. Alton Brown. Yeah. No, yeah, at the end of last. I'm just a horrible speller. I've got like 1,000 things in my way right now. You did. Um, I was so the meat market I usually frequent to buy meat from had Wagyu brisket on sale for $7.99 a pound. No. Mm-mm. Um, they usually sell it for something. I can't remember what the price is that they sell it for. Um, Honestly, I don't care about Wagyu. It was just the right price for it. Honestly. Um, but what I was discussing with Antifreeze when he was here and present is that I like making my own tallow for use on like a Blackstone. And what I wanted to do, or what I was pondering, is if I got a big tray and another wire rack, put the Wagyu on top of the tray, and let the drippings drip into the uh, tray and save that for a tallow. Because technically it should all be fat. And it should all be rendered fat. My brain's saying it may or may not work as intended. Mm-mm. It makes sense. The problem is I don't know if it will work as intended. Um, I know for Yorkshire pudding. Okay, do you do your own baked beans and you just took like navy white beans, put it under there, and that's how you made them? Or are you meaning a can of Bushes underneath and you let them drip and drop right into it? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, we have some ground to discuss while I stipple. Um, really? So there's a part of me that's so my one of the reasons why I can't stream this weekend is uh I have to entertain, and one of them is vegetarian, and the idea of the brisket is going to be lost on them. But yeah, I'm still going to make it for myself because I can. Uh, but one of the things I was pondering doing was doing vegetarian pit bean while the brisket was going this, tomorrow. Um, I the guy at the meat market tells me there's no difference between a packer and a butcher cut, but I want to call shenanigans for the record. I think there's a very big difference between the two, and I don't feel like I get as much just pure tallow or pure fat to render as tallow. Um, and that kind of bothers me sometimes. Because when I render it for tallow, um, and save the tallow, it's great for when you're like making like smash burgers or something on the Blackstone. Delicious. I like smash burgers. I kind of grew tired of thick burgers or eating uh you know, quote unquote restaurant style burgers. I just when it comes to hamburger meat, my stomach gets queasy if it's too red. So smash burgers are amazing for me. I get the burger, it's easy, it's quick. Fire up a Blackstone, sizzle off some tallow on it, drop your patty down, smash it, flip it like a pancake, toss some cheese on it if you want, put it under a little thing, let it finish cooking, toast up your bun, bam, done. Um, have you ever had Five Guys, Jay? The restaurant? Uh, I'm trying to think of other burger joints that are similar. Okay. I like this brush for what I'm doing with it. I'm getting a much better result than I thought I would get. I cook it, to be honest with you. I like Texan barbecue. I like the style and the presentation of it. Its simplicity. Pretty simple. Get salt, pepper. Usually, um, so when it comes to Texan barbecue, there's opinions about how it should be seasoned. Some people think that it should just be S&P. If you ever come to Georgia's way, the only thing we know how to cook is a pig, so it's just kind of all right. Brunswick stew might be an okay thing, but yeah. Uh, so the interesting debate about Texas barbecue is how you technically season it versus how you don't season it. So some people say Texas barbecue is all salt and pepper, or it's heavy pepper, or it's light on salt. It really depends who you talk to about it. Um, I have kind of become a fan of mixing in a little bit of something with it. So when I do my brisket, I will slather it with potentially, well, I know I will have to, since it's my father coming. Mustard, essentially, after I clean it up. I'll use a seasoning called the Meat Church Holy Cow. Um, it's good. He's a Texas guy. He's done the Netflix Texas cooking show. He's out of Waxahachie, which is south of Dallas. 30 minutes according to Google, I think. Hi. I when anybody ever asks me how to cook my briskets or cook chili, I always send them to that guy. I always send them to that guy. But then somebody goes, you know, all these people that are cooking, they're just like trying to get you to buy their seasonings. I'm like, did you listen to a word that guy said? Uh, but one of the reasons why I like him is because he will tell you, hey, season with whatever you want. I don't really care. I'm all about time and temp. So, no, I can't. I can't. I know what it is. I can't. I can't. Alabama white sauce. Oh, God. Ugh. No, sorry. That's a hard pass. Um, he actually did that. He's actually from Alabama, the owner of the meat church. I'm not a mayonnaise fan. It's just something I cannot do. To this day, I still cannot eat mayonnaise. Oh, if it works for you, go for it. 100% always. I don't like mayonnaise, therefore I cannot do that. That paint's too thick. Then you would like a Alabama white sauce, Jay, if you look at it. We have ads starting soon. I forgot. I need to put my paintbrush down. And we're back. You're okay. How am I going to work on this piece right here and make it feel like it's still a part? You're okay. Went too hard on that. And now I have to bring it back. Let's draw some lines. Make it happy. Well, well, well. If it isn't OSF Multi, OSAFT Multi, how are you? We were discussing barbecue earlier. I agree with you, Smithereen. It's not an abomination. It's just different. The original owner of Dreamland would have done it. Oh, what you working on? What you working on? Spill them deets, sweetheart. World War II diorama. Ooh, new base. New base, who dis? New base, who dis? Katie Lou, how are you? Oh, Stretch. Oh, we were discussing smoking meats and the approach of, is it okay and acceptable to put a pan under the brisket as it smokes to catch the drippings slash fat that renders out from it for smoked tallow? A Western Front diorama including a Panther tank and crew plus some. That is Painty's other hobby, smoking meats. So there shall be an experiment this weekend. Because when I pull it to wrap it, I can then attempt to capture the tallow in a mason jar for later consumption. All is quiet on the Western Front. That's exactly what you should do, Malty. You should always plan out your attack. Never pick up the paintbrush and go, yeah, and this is what we're going to do today. Yay, birthdays! It's exciting. So, you remember the Miniko bus that I worked on a long time ago, or I had been working on for a while? I actually took the box art for her, converted it into a coloring page for myself, and I was actually coloring with this colored pencils, kind of thinking out ideas of what I wanted to put on there. Granted, I never got farther than the dragon and just said yellow after that. Also, the other hot take of tonight, Katie, is Alabama white sauce, monstrosity or not? We have very, 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 very deep conversations here. It's Friday. It's meant to be fun. Also, congratulations on 19 in 2 weeks. Hi. Can I help you, my child? How are you? Hmm? Hmm? How are you, my love? Okay. I really don't want you right here, right now. I know you're cute and adorable. I love you a great deal. But right now, I would really like to paint. We'll have guests for a few days, and when they're gone, we'll put your bed back in the other bedroom. Because Lord knows, when you're a cat, you need a bed on a bed. Bum, bum. That's what we're doing right now. Is we're getting our cloud sky and our sun ray, mixing the two together to make a nice stained ivory colorish, like something for paper, or something I like for paper. Also, what was for dinner? I'm just curious. Bread. That sounds like a multi dinner. Or actually, I'm surprised it wasn't sausage, like heart liver sausage or something. Ooh. Ooh, I just figured out what I want to do with my... That's a J girl dinner. Bread. Mm. I need a different green. I'm gonna need a brighter green. I think I have an idea of what I want to do. I think I have an idea. Also, I'm taking some inspiration from Katie Lou because I like it. Hmm. If I had been a smarter man, base coating this in brown would have been wiser. Stretch. Yep. I think that's what I want to do. I think that's what I want to do. I was pondering how I wanted to tackle these books, or not necessarily the books, but other elements of the base. And this ball of yarn, quite honestly, needs something done with it. But I don't want the ball of yarn to be too close to anything else. So I have two choices. One, go a light brown and treat it like rope, which would be like a hemp, which is fine. That's fine. You can do that. It's fine. Not a big deal. Um, or, or, hear me out. We paint it as a rainbow, or we paint rainbow colors into it. So we start red, find another patch to do like orange, and make it like an interesting color. Like it was just like a mishmash ball of yarn that got thrown together for a cat toy. Get some of this. Goody, fireworks. I'll fix that one here in a bit. Okay. I wanted to put brown down so I can put white back over it. Trust me, it's going to be so much better. Mm. Bread. You want some bread, Jay? You want to go down to that Olive Garden and get unlimited breadsticks and soup? As a kid. What's that? Olive Garden where you can come get unlimited soups and salads? Side sticks? Hi. How are you? Get out of your way. You want to hang out right there? I'll let you hang out right there. It's A-okay. I just, right now, I'm wanting to paint on this guy, and I want to focus on this. In order to focus on this, I need both hands right now, sweetheart. Oh. Oh, is that how it's going to be? All right, everybody watch my pen. She might steal it. How are you, my love? Okay. We're currently having a small kitty break. During this time, we can discuss uh, what is or isn't a kitty break. Mm-hmm. How are you, love? Ah, that's it. Kitty break is over. Nope. You know the rules. The moment you bite, you get off the desk. But you have that German Shepherd that's almost like a kitty, personality wise, sometimes. Hmm. Ugh. Ugh. Jay. Ugh. There's rules. Air frying sardines, not okay. So she's been. So I won't be streaming tomorrow, and I'll probably be returning on Wednesday. One of the reasons why is I have family coming into town this weekend, uh, and I have to entertain them. So, um, but so Catra's been kind of out of sorts a little bit this week, or since Wednesday, I think, or Tuesday maybe. I closed the door to my spare bedroom where my guests are going to be sleeping, and took her bed out of there. Yeah, I'm with you, Katie. There's a reason why they're crazy Canadian J and not sane Canadian J. Air frying sardines? That's crazy person territory. Oh, nope. Nope. That's the other reason why I'm special about her treats. I don't want her to get a bunch and then all of a sudden go, it's time for really smelly bathroom time. I'm good, thanks. Uh, but so she's been kind of out of sorts because the spare bedroom has been closed. But I moved her bed. So this bed here that's in her little hidey hole as I knock over my water cup. High quality H2O. Um usually hangs out in the spare bedroom. Spare bedroom. At one point I have a photo of her laying in the spare bedroom right in front of the bed because she didn't want to lay on the bed. And I'm like, yep, definitely the right place to be. Actually, could I do that again? We shall see. Experiment underway. Uh, but animals be animals, yo. And a house is not one without one present. For now, I don't need this magnifying glass to be in my way. Um, yeah. Okay. We get our cherry wood. And we thin it down. Just a taste of our darkness. Oh, were you able to find that video, Jay? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Someone just followed. Who is that? Bogsy Official.
Oh, thank you for that follow. I'm really good with words. Me words, amazing. Uh, welcome in, Boggy's Official. Thank you for that follow. Oh, I need to stretch. I need to stretch. I need to stretch. I'm sorry, you're finding me towards the end of the stream. We'll probably be stopping here in about 12 minutes or so. I like to raid out before the ads pop in, and we'll go see our friend over at Wicked Minis, who's painting some whatever, I can't remember what. More bugs. This is a artist rendition out of Italy called Daniel Found. He does individual sculpts for fantasy characters. This is Lord Puss in Boots. He's going to be an entry into a ReaperCon competition that I am going to do over Labor Day weekend. So I originally picked up the figure many years ago. I can't remember when the figure originally released. But he was going to be a tribute to one of my fallen friends, Echo, at the time, a tuxedo cat that used to house with me. She has been reincarnated into several different miniatures and has always worked her way into something or another when it comes to needing a cat. My other cat, Katra, who is currently not here, concerning, worked her way recently into another figure. But this one is meant to be... So Puss in Boots from Shrek is obviously a ginger cat. But as we were discussing very early in the stream, I was kind of confused or unsure which direction I wanted to go with the kitty, because I was trying to figure out my color composition and theory that I wanted to follow. So my base has got like these orangey brown tones and this cold stone all around upon his little throne that he sits. If I was going to do a tuxedo cat, I need to do kind of like a ruddy red, brown, leather, and then this chair starts to become more complicated because I steal more colors from something else. Like I see this backing, like this kind of chair, and I think immediately like some kind of gothic burgundy wine purple back, and not necessarily black, but a deep cherry red kind of deal. So I'm like still working out colors. So I was like, we'll start with the base first. We'll work our way up. But I think as I discovered earlier in the stream, I might do Ginger Cat, and I need to see if I can find a photo of an old friend of mine from when I was a child growing up, and use it for him. Because Tigger, one of the very first cats, was a ginger, but he wasn't quite a ginger like Puss in Boots from Shrek. Shrek's a very red-orange cat. Tigger was much more brown-orange than Shrek was, and I need to remember what those photos look like. So we'll be going through a box at some point and seeing if we have an old photo of them. But welcome in. Thank you. We tend to listen to audio music, lo-fi music. Sometimes I do electronic music or dance electronic or like lo-fi electronic. We're doing an ambient bass list tonight. And this is going to be my last stream for a couple of days. I have family coming into town, so I need to be entertaining and dealing with them. We could talk about anything from smoking meats to not Warhammer lore to goofiness, funniness. It is all about having fun and enjoying. What brings you into this side of Twitch, the miniature painting and art categories? If you don't mind me asking. Don't follow what Jay's doing for cooking. Bad advice. Bad advice. Smash up sardine. Oh my god. Jay. Pineapple on pizza and sardines. I mean, so are chicken bones, depending on how you cook it. If some Peruvian dishes, if I'm, is it Peruvian or is it Vietnamese? I can't remember off the top of my head right now. They don't take the bones out of the. Is it Puerto Rican? Is it Puerto Rican chicken soup that I'm thinking of? Ah, well, sir, what I am normally streaming. Usually on Sundays, I do what's known as Cutie Patootie Sunday. So I have these lovely figures from Animal Miniatures or me word good. Uh, Steamforged Games Animal Adventures. So we will paint things like that are very cute and overly cute. I tend to paint a lot of Reaper miniatures as well. This was a Halloween special bat figure. On Wednesdays, I tend to paint a little bit on the board game side of things. So we have the Elden Ring Jar Warrior and Alexander. And I've been working on some Borderlands, kind of futzing with cell shading and working out those ideas for nomads. I paint much smaller things during the week. During long streams, I tend to paint stuff that I'm going to use for competition. Or if I'm thinking about it, I'll paint other things like. So this is a cloud giant from Reaper Bones 5, Greek Odyssey, that I've kind of started to work on with some blue skin tones. I'm not fully happy with where they're at, but we'll have more to go. Or I work on single individual chibi models that I find here and there. This is one of the Chimera Sheikah figures. You just so happened to catch me on a competition painting night. So Fridays and Saturdays, sometimes I'll do slightly longer streams, which reminds me I need to put up closing time just in case someone decides they want to try to raid in. 6. Raid. Stop. Raid. Start. Thank you. Yeah. On Fridays and Saturdays, I would typically do longer streams. Saturdays, I do a group stream with Stay in Frame, myself, Laden Roses, Battle Ready Miniatures, Smiling Beagle Studios, random guests that we hoodwink into joining us. Will paint with us, and it's a grand old time having fun creating art and telling stories and joking around. We've done goofy things like paint with our left hand only and see how well you can do. This was my chaos duck that Laden Roses came up with the color scheme for. And this was all done offhand. So I didn't know what the way it was supposed to. But we also have a lovely chatting community. If you're ever curious about how smooth of a texture and how close to actual physical art you can get with horses and ponies and other animals, Katie Lou is frickin' phenomenal. If you can find them on Instagram, I strongly encourage you to follow them. Their work is absolutely beautiful. Uh, but I will plug you because your work is amazing. I see your horses and I get so jealous. Like I'm like, oh my god, it's hard. Um, one of the other figures that I plan on entering, Katie, is a uh is the Galen on Griffin Docks, whatever they call them. Yeah, I I have no qualms. Uh, the Griffin Docks doesn't have a lot of exposed skin except for a couple of spots. But we all have like that conception of what a griffin looks like in our head. Therefore, we must have that beautiful brown golden top and like kind of like that creamy mustard mid grade color that flows into something else down the leg. I'm like, oh, here I am, trying my best, clinking rocks, and then Katie comes along and she's like, let me show you this pony that looks absolutely amazing, and I thought it was real. You're like, nope, size of palm. I'm like, but that's not fair. I love it. They are super cute. It's amazing work. Keep it up. Always be awesome. I have the art book for the 10 Brace series downstairs that I need to bookmark a couple of different pages in to go back and read and how they were attempting. Give credit where credit is due. And then you're going to enter Golden Demon with a what is the horse miniature you're entering into Golden Demon, by the way? I saw you post that, but it has a horsey on it. I'm not fully aware of all of Warhammer lore. I know it exists. Honestly, it's still too freaking bright. Oofball. Ah, Cavalier Marshal. uh... For if you're curious, Bogsy, Katie Lou has engaged the oldest and wisest tradition of miniature painting and collecting, which is oh, shiny mind. I appreciate that because that's how I felt about him. Ooh, shiny mind. Ooh, shiny mind. I. It is the greatest principle of them all, for the record. And to be fair, even if your horse is amazing, it does not take away from the rest of the piece. Um, I think that it really adds to a piece when everything can be so amazingly done. Okay. Unfortunately, I must stop because I must awake in the early hours to start a brisket on the smoker. I thank you everybody for coming. I am going to start us on our journey to find a friend. We're going to start our raid out to Wicked Minis. It's become a Friday tradition that we go say hello to him. He's painting some termites and bugs. I usually stream for much longer. However, I have to go be like human soon, and I need my beauty rest. So, thank you all. You're amazing. Much love. Let us go see our termagant friend.